Hi everyone, my name is Beatrice. I'm the founder of Physiotherabeat. I'm a physiotherapist of 9 years, and today I'm going to show you how to use the BetterBack Better. So what happens when you're sitting? When you're sitting, you're trying to get the best posture possible. And so what a lot of people do when they're typing and you're at the desk to try and sit up straight, and they think sit up straight, they do this. That's right. So they lift their chest up, they pull their shoulder blades back, and they're just extending their upper back. And that leaves the lower back still in a slouching position when they're sitting on their tailbone. So the right way to do it, to sit up straight actually, is to not correct from the top, but to correct from the bottom. So meaning that when you're sitting up straight, you're supposed to shift and tilt the pelvis forward and keep the chest relaxed. Okay, we do that again. To tilt forward from the pelvis and to relax the chest down. Correct. So your shoulder blades are actually allowed to be forward because that's where your hands are. Your hands are in front. So your shoulder blades follow them. And then this is straight in the lower back. Your pelvis is in neutral. That's the most comfortable way to sit by right. Enter the BetterBack. So the BetterBack is designed to support your pelvis right there. What this does is that it encourages that pelvic anterior tilt. And so when you relax into the BetterBack and you sink yourself down, you're not able to slouch back from the pelvis. So you don't end up sitting on your tailbone, you still maintain your posture forward. So how to use it? Very simple. Slap it on, pop it on your knee, and hold the two straps. Tilt your pelvis as much forward as you can. Pull the straps tight. And so there you have it. Your pelvis is being supported passively and you're allowed to relax at the top. Because it's very natural to slouch when you're doing work for a long period of time. It's okay, you can slouch down from the top, but this does not slouch. And you stay protected over your lower back. And your upper back is happy. So what about when you're sitting down on the ground? Some people like to work sitting down on the ground, right? So over here you have someone who loves being on the ground, sitting and doing work. And you're sitting cross-legged as well. Now, what are some issues when you're sitting cross-legged and doing work? Number one is the distance between yourself and the computer. And so that means that you gotta reach forward a bit more. So when you reach forward, you will have to lean forward. And when you lean forward, it's supposed to be done from the hips. But most people don't have that flexibility, and so sometimes what they do is that they have to reach forward with their chest. So what that does is that it creates that flat back alignment again in your spine, and this messes with your neck posture and makes your back round. Okay, now that's going to cause you a lot of discomfort and pain, and over time you're going to have some aches in your neck or your back. So enter the BetterBack. When the BetterBack is on your hips and on your knees and your legs can still remain folded, you're able to do work, reach forward, and get your pelvis to do the movement. So you push forward from the pelvis instead, tighten up the straps, yep, make it nice and firm, and there you have it. A little butt cushion support. Keep your pelvis forward and you can relax the upper back. And so the third thing you can use the BetterBack to do is to help you do a little hamstring stretching. So as we know, most people are not the most flexible. And when it comes to stretching your hamstrings, it can be, a real pain. Sometimes we're really stiff, and when we're sitting down on the ground, our legs straight this way. We're trying to reach forward and stretch. And all we get is just bending from the back. We want the movement to come from the pelvis so that the stretch comes through the hamstring. But a lot of times it's just stuck in the back, right? So enter the BetterBack. And so if the pelvis supported, pull yourself tight into the system. Get into the anterior pelvic tilt and reach forward from the pelvis. Very good. So this guides you and supports you, locks you into a better posture, so that when you do your hamstring stretch, you're not hurting your back, but you're actually getting the stretch through the hamstrings. The fourth thing you can do with your BetterBack is to learn how to squat properly. So many of us, when we squat, we're not aware of our pelvic alignment. So sometimes when we squat all the way down, we just go dump all the way down. And you go into what we call butt wink. So your back is rounding all the way to the bottom. Sometimes we try to keep our back straight when we squat, okay? Keep your back straight. Good, good. Up. Went to a dump again. Now then, enter the BetterBack. What you need to do is to grab a small stool, sit down, and slap the BetterBack on first. You want something that's low, that's kind of close to where it was challenging for you to sustain your pelvis alignment when you're squatting. So now you're at a height that's kind of similar to where you were when you were starting to create that butt wing dumping position of your pelvis. So I want you to go into a half squat position from the chair. Okay, try as much as you can to let your knees travel past your toes and your body as upright as possible. Use this as a support. 1, 2, 3, push forward. 1, 2, 3, and down. Good, well done. So the emphasis is in keeping your butt sticking up. Okay? And again, keep pushing your butt against the better back. Very good, well done. And sit down. Excellent job.